Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We'll be joining back again for the grammar session, and we've already completed our Quranic part. Inshallah, I'll just share the screen for the grammar. So, Bismillah, Alhamdulillahi wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
दूध पीने का ठंडा से
Okay. So okay, so did you write the full table of the verb that you studied in the lesson? The verb table was already shared, so just practice. The more you write, the better you will become, inshallah. We have seen that grammar is basically sarf and nahu. Sarf is the changing of the alphabets of the root verbs and giving us many words. This is sarf, fa'il, maf'ul, and all those if'al and yaf'aluna, fa'al, the mazid fihi and all that. So that is all sarf. And the nahu is different words forming pairs. Fil ardi, baytul kabirun, dhalikal baytu baytullahi. So these are the different pairs that are being formed, and when the pairs are joined, then we get sentences, and we are seeing how the nahu deals with the change in the endings of the words and gives it different meanings, right? So in that we have seen till now jumlatul ismiyah, where we have Allahu ghafurun. Both are in rafa state, okay, with a pesh. When inna comes, it gives mansoob state to Allah or to the first noun that it follows. So inna Allah ghafurun. So Allah is ism of inna, and ghafurun is the khabar of inna. So like we said, kana, after kana we have Allahu. Kana Allahu ghafura. So in the ayats that we had today, we had kala, as I said, kana and laysa is a sister and brother. So laysal qalatil yahudu laysal nasara ala shayin. So laysatin nasara wa qalatil nasara laysatil yahudu ala shayin. So there it was yahudu, right? That yahudu is because the kana and laysa are sisters in their action. The Nasara was there, that means in which state? Laysatin Nasara was actually in the marfu state with the pesh, but it is, because it is undeclinable, it was read as Nasara, right? Does that clear that now? So Kana and Laysa are brothers and sisters. So we had Laysatin Nasara and we had Laysa till Yahudu. We had Yahudu because the first noun will be in marfu state, but Nasara had a ya in the end, which is undeclinable, and it is always read as ya only. And that's why there was no dhamma or pesh on it. Okay. So Kan Allahu Ghafura. And then we saw Jumlatul Fi'liya, which starts with a verb. So that way, if you see, kana also starts with a verb, but here this is specifically called ism kan and khabar kan. The only difference between kana and other verbs are that kana and laysa, and the list that I shared on the group, work like they don't work like fi'le, jumlatul fi'liya. It has its own, and it is called the subject of kana and predicate of kana. Okay. So khalaqallahu al-arda. Khalaqallahu, Allah created al-arda, right? So kana is like when we say kana Allahu ghafura. So Allah is not the doer. It is Allah is a subject there. Okay. So kana Allahu ghafura, and ghafura is the khabar. So Allah is ghafura, right? And when we say khalaqallahu al-arda, Allah created the earth. Okay. So that is what I have shared on the this difference. You understood or no? This is a concept basically. So you just have to understand the concept. Is that clear or not clear? Basically, it is called ism of kana. Allah will be ism of kana. Allah will be not this the doer of action in this kana, in the laisa, and all that. That is the difference. So that's why it's kana and its sisters. Is this concept clear or it is confusing?
That means it is a mubtada khabar, no?
Yes, absolutely. So yes. So that's why here Allah will be called a isma of kana, right? And here we call as Allah is the doer of action, it's a subject, right? Subject and predicate. So the sentence construction, and because of that sentence construction that way, the meaning will be different. So here it will translate khalaqallahu al-arda will translate it as Allah created earth. Okay, so Allah is the doer of action in this. But when we say kana Allahu ghafura, we are saying Allah is ghafura. Okay, that is the difference. Did you understand this difference? So it is a difference of translation. That's why kana is called kana and sisters will be grouped in a separate category. If you see grammatically and Arab wise, it is the same. Kana Allahu ghafura. And if you see khalaqallahu, Allah has a marfu state only, and arda is the earth is in rafa state, mansub state, sorry, mansub state. Okay, but the translations will be different because kana has different implications. And the same way, laisa, asaba, bata means to spend the night doing something, or zalla, become, zalla wajhuhu, muswadda, zalla means to become. Okay, so they all fall in the same category. Now the four pairs we had seen last time: hurf jar, fi, and the other words which are giving kasrah to the noun following it. Baitun kabirun is sifat mausuf, means noun and adjective. And then in the last lesson we learned the first pair preposition plus noun, right? So li, min, an, bi, fi, ala, and ila. What it will do is the noun that is coming immediately after this, it will put in jar state or with a kasrah. Jar state is down like this. So rafa state, mansub state is like this, and jar state is like this with the finger pointing down for your practice. So prepositions be, and after that the noun comes in kasra state. So billahi, fil ardi, lil muslimina, minal mu'minina, min from al mu'minina. So we have seen that only min has fatha. Most other sukuns will have a kasra. Okay, so min will have a fatha. When after min we'll have al coming, or all the others will have a kasra. So like we saw today, kalatil yahudu, kalati, it was not kalatal. Okay, it was with a kasra. But min is an exception in that after min, whenever you have al, it will not become minillah, it will not become minil, it will become minal. Okay, mu'minina. So original state is rafa state, where muslimun, when it is affected, it is nasab state, musliman, and after the preposition it is muslimin. This is a jar state. So when we add li to it, muslimun becomes muslimin, mu'minun becomes li mu'minin, salihun becomes li salihin, and nasirun will become li nasirin, and li which means for or shows belonging. As we say, lillahi mulku samawati wal ard, to Allah belongs. Because of this li, we translate as belongs or possession. So when al is added, it becomes specific. So al-muslimu in the rafa state, al-muslima in the nasab state, and al-muslimi in the jar state. So if we add li after al, then it becomes al-muslimu becomes lil-muslimi, al-mu'minu becomes lil-mu'mini, as-salihu becomes lis-salihi, an-nasiru becomes lin-nasiri. Okay, so the kasra comes instead of the dhamma. What is jar state? Original state after preposition will be jar, affected state or strong state. it is called up after jar is after preposition will be jar. Okay. So these are the things. Today what we'll be doing is, it is again simple, nothing complicated. We will just see the plurals and what happens to the plurals. We have done this before, so it is actually just a revision. Specify the prepositions. What are they? Fi, kana, be, and an. Kana is verb. All the others are prepositions. Definite, specific with al. We have to practice with TPI. So al-muslimu, plural is al-muslimuna. In the nasab state, al-muslima becomes plural al-muslimina. And the jar state, al-muslimi, also the plural is al-muslimina. So for both the nasab state and jar state, it is the same word muslimina that is used. Okay. This is, we had done this last time, but again, this is important and you have to remember this. So muslimina, ina is both the nasab state and the jar state. So both the accusative case or the nasab state or the jar state are both same words in the plural. In the singular, it is different. It is muslima and muslimi in the jar state, but the plural is both same. Al muslimina, al muslimina. This is what you have to remember. Okay. So in the singular, it is different words, but in the plural, the words are absolutely the same. So actually, there's nothing new in grammar that you're going to be doing today. So just revision of what we have done before. Plural affected state of al-muslimu is. So plural affected state of al-muslimu is what? Al-muslimuna, muslimina, mu'minuna, and salihuna. The word is Muslim. So what is the plural affected state of muslimu, al-muslimu? It is muslimina, right? Affected state means nasab state, right? Affected state is nasab state. It is not asking plural of muslimu, it is asking plural affected state. Affected state is the nasab state. Others is jar state. So lil added to al-muslimuna becomes lil muslimina. What I'll ask you to unmute your mics, and I will say the normal state, and you all can then say the jar state. This is a jar state, right? So al-muslimuna,
للمسلمين
al-mu'minuna,
للمؤمنين
as-salihuna,
للصالحين
an-nasiruna.
للناصرين.
MashaAllah. Right. So this is how the jar state gets affected. So the example of as-salihuna with li is very simple. I think we can just go ahead. Lis-salihina. We need not even see the options. Example of preposition with noun plural. Preposition with noun plural. What are the examples of preposition with noun in the plural? Bil mu'minina. Yes, that is one example. Bil mu'min. This is wrong. This is not a plural. Lil mu'mini. This is also not a plural. Minas salihi is also not a plural. So just one answer. Bil mu'minina. Right. So if we have min with it, I had told you that instead of putting a kasrah, what we put is a fatha. Right. Most other words will have a kasrah, or all other words will have a kasrah, but min will have a fatha. Okay. So with this, I will say the singular, and you all then say the plural with the, sorry, I will say the plural in the normal state, and then you can say it in the jar state. And after adding min. So al-muslimuna,
من المسلمين
al-mu'minuna,
من
المؤمنين
as-salihuna,
من
الصالحين
an-nasiruna.
من الناصرين.
MashaAllah. So now whenever you are getting these words min, li, and all that in your recitation, just see the state after it, and then you will know what is happening. Mind it that li with a noun will be in a kasra state. Li with a mudare will be in what state? li with a mudare verb?
No difference. It
Li.
will affect. It will mudare will not be affect. Only ism.
No, in li we have with ism also.
The mudaira is different. No.
But mudaira will have a fatha after li, correct? When we have a li and after that we have a present tense, it will have a fatha, nasab in the end. So ya'lamu will become li ya'lama. Okay, and it means so that they know. Ya'lamu, he knows or he is knowing. Li ya'lama, so that they know will be the translation. Okay, with li, with the verb. Okay, and with a noun it is jar state. Is this clear or confusing? I'll write
There
it
the
down.
lam is not this, no? Hurfe jar. That is different.
No. So hurfe jar is only with the nouns. It is called hurfe jar only with nouns because the noun following the preposition comes in kasra state. I was just trying to make this. I'll just write it down so that you understand what I was saying. So when we have li,
Li plus mudaira will be a rule, no?
it is a rule. It is not a jar state. I was just asking if li is followed by a noun, then say you have lillahi. Allah is a noun. Lillahi. Okay. So alima ya'lamu. Alima ya'lamu. If we have a li added here, it becomes li ya'lama with a fatha on the present tense. This is not called a jar thing. I'm just telling you the example difference. When you are seeing a li followed by a noun, it will be in jar. If you have a li followed by a present tense, it means should do action of whatever verb, right? So alima ya'lamu means to know, but when we say li ya'lama, so that they know. Okay, is this clear now?
Sir.
Okay, so I'll just take a little smaller thing and still, because we have this words coming, and then if you're not focused on so here lillahi is the noun, that's why it is in jar state, and this is ya'lamu is a verb and you have a fatha. So sometimes what happens is the word leave is not written only, and only ya'lama will be written, and then you'll be wondering that ya'lamu hona chahiye, ya'lama kyun hai? And there if you see the meaning, it will be so that they know. So sometimes that li would have been there in the beginning and then it is not written down again, and the effect is going on, right? So sometimes you have the verbs with a present tense and a fatha, and you might be wondering why is it so. So this is again, li can come with a verb also and a noun also, and with a verb it will give a fatha in the present tense mudare, and which means that it will work like a hammer. Okay, li will work like a hammer, right? So going ahead, right, choose correct examples of min is. So minas solihina is correct. Minas solihuna is wrong. Minal muslimina is correct. Minal muslimuna is wrong, right? So we should be able to write the right things. We cannot write minal muslimuna with a waw noon. We have to write it with a ya noon. Okay. So example of min plus a specified noun with al. Minan nasirina is correct. Lin nasirina is also correct. Ilan nasirina is also correct. Fin nasirina. But you have to see only min. So you just have one example, minan nasirina. So this is not a very difficult thing. Okay. So now we take examples from Quran. Hudal lil muttaqeen, not hudal lil muttaqun. No, hudal lil muttaqeen. Okay. So because of this li, you have muttaqeen. وَمَا هُمْ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ. Because of this B, you have mu'mineen. وَكَانَ مِنَ الْكَافِرِينَ. Because of this min, we have kafirin. Minal kafirin. Okay. So you just keep, whenever you're reciting, you'll get ample examples. Min is a very commonly used word. And so the grammar behind it also, you can just focus and see what is happening. Whatever part you are reciting, whatever part of the Quran you are reciting, you will definitely get many examples of what we have done today. Hudallil muttaqeen. Guidance for those who believe. Guidance for the people. Guidance for those conscious of Allah. Guidance for who submits to Allah. So muttaqi, what is the root word of muttaqi? Root word of muttaqi.
Waqaya.
Waqaya. Right? So to prevent. Right? And with ittaqa. Ittaqa comes from where? Which form is that? Which form is that? Ikhtalafa, yakhtalifu, with a ta in between. Right? So waqa, because it is having a waw also, the ta gets a shadda. Right? So that's why it becomes ittaqa. The root words are waqaya, but it becomes ittaqa when it goes on the ikhtalafa pattern. Okay. This we have done before with the weak words and all that. Just a revision. Guidance for the God conscious of Allah means who are having fear of Allah. The other examples from the Quran will be Wallahu zu fadlin alal mu'minin. Ala makes it mu'minin, not ala alal mu'minun. No, that will be wrong. Here again, the ya here is mabni of ala. فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَنِيٌّ عَنِ الْعَالَمِينَ. Alameen is again in the jar state. الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ لَنُدْخِلَنَّهُمْ فِي الصَّالِحِينَ. Right? And those who believe and do righteous deeds, will surely admit them among the righteous in paradise. We have done this before, just for a revision. Lanudkhilanna. When do you get a fatha and when do you get a dhamma? In this lam taqid and nun taqid. The lam, when does it get a fatha and when does it get a dhamma? When it is singular, it will get a fatha. Okay. But here we have a plural, but it is in the present tense form. Nudkhilanna. We will make him enter. Right? That's why there is a fatha here. Fatha normally would indicate singular, but nudkhilanna is having a fatha. In the present tense, when you have yaf'alu, we will have la yaf'alanna, and yaf'aluna we have la yaf'alunna. Right? We have a dhamma in plural, but here we have a fatha because of the nu. Nudkhilanna. Okay. This we have done before. Just a revision. This was in book 4 that we had done it. Hal lil mu'minin al jannata. Hal lil mu'minin al jannata. The question I think is incomplete. The answer is yadkhulul mu'minul jannata. The question is hal is lil mu'minina for mu'minin, al jannata is for mu'minin jannah. What will be the answer? Yadkhulul mu'minul jannah. Mu'minu here is in singular, so this is not the answer. Naam lil mu'minil jannata. Right? But the question is in plural, so this is also not the answer. Naam lil mu'minin al jannata. This is the answer. Na'am lil mu'minil jannah is not the answer. So answer is C. Okay. Translate. لَنُدْخِلَنَّهُمْ فِي الصَّالِحِينَ. La, surely. نُدْخِلَنَّهُمْ, surely we will make them enter. فِي الصَّالِحِينَ, we will surely admit them among the righteous. We will surely admit them among the righteous. Both are same, no? Let me take this away.
Previous example, why it is Jannatu?
I'll just go back. Just a moment. Huh? In this,
Yes, shall be Jannata, no?
yeah, lil mu'minina, for the mu'minun, al jannatu. Yeah, it should be jannata. For the mu'min is jannah, because it is object in the sentence. It should be jannata. You are right. Okay, these first two of them are same. We will surely admit you among the righteous. No, first is him and then there is them. So it is them, this salihin. We will admit them among the righteous. So it is surely, so it will be B is the answer. Okay, so that completes our grammar also for today. It was nothing new grammar that we learned. It is just that the plurals were separately studied today. And right. So any other questions for the grammar part for today?
The la affect only dual and plural, no? Not singular.
No, I didn't get your question. For the
La
nouns?
nudkhilannahum, we said, no?
No, it will affect singular, plural, both, no? It will affect both. So if we have done this before, no? So if the lam ta'kid is different, the lam of ta'kid will have a lam and the noon also at the end, right? So sometimes that noon may not be there and you just have a lam ta'kid. So now we have three lams that we said today. One is lam ta'kid, one is with the present tense where it means should, and one is with a noun which will give it a jar state, which means for. When it is with a noun, it gives sense of belonging. When it is with a verb, it means should do. Okay. And when it is with a noun following it, it can also mean a stress. So when it is with stress, it will have a fatha. But when it is plural, it will have a dhamma with the lam. Okay. Should I write it? I'll write it.
It is okay. We'll revise it from the book or.
Yeah, I'll just give an example so that you have a reference right away. So say for example, la li ya. This is, I'll take a bigger one. This is so we have a li ya la ma. So we'll have a fatha here. Li ya'lama means should know, right? Then we have la ya la la ya la manna. This should be actually Shadda should come here. La ya'lamanna. I'll take the smaller one now, and then we have with a with alim also. If you take li, if you write this way, li ilmin. for ilm. So this will mean li ilmin la ya'lamanna, surely they should know. Okay, la ya'lamanna, and we have li ya'lama, so that they should know. Okay, so we have with li, and this is a la with a fatha. Okay, this is with a noun. We have 3 times of lam. This is lam at-ta'hid for stress. This is lam followed by a verb which means should do, and this is belongs to. Li ilmin, belonging to ilm, or belonging. So you have some other noun, li, for. So lillahi, for Allah. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we saw the different types of lam also today. So whenever you're seeing that lam in the whatever you're reciting, then you have to think of what is next. It's a noun, it's a verb, it's a verb in present tense, or what it is, right? So that will give you the meaning of that lam. Okay. Right. So any other questions? Any other questions? Right. So if there are no questions, then we can conclude for today. And just go to the list of the words that are sisters of kana and write them. And you can try to write that is extra. It's not part of your homework, but the homework is what is already been shared on the workbook part. You can do that, and you can just at least note down the sisters of kana. So we had that asbaha and amsa and bata. So asbaha was doing something in the morning. Amsa means doing something in the evening. Bata means doing something in the night. And it also means become. Asbaha also means become. So same way we have Laisa, we have Kana. Right. Okay, so with that, inshallah, we conclude. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.